Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going over my step-by-step guide on how to register a DBA in Arizona 2 different ways. So the first way we'll go through is getting the DBA from your state on your own, but with me guiding you through each step and explaining everything you need to know about the process to register your DBA. The second way leaves all the hard work to a professional company like LegalZoom. Now, for those of you who haven't heard of them, LegalZoom is an all-in-one online platform that has helped more than 4 million business owners form their own LLCs, corporations, and DBAs for over 20 years. Another great thing about them is that they have a team of support professionals to guide you in your entrepreneurial journey every step of the way. So if you want to learn more about DBAs and how to set one up in the state of Arizona, then welcome, you're in the right place. And before we move on, if you decide that you want to try out LegalZoom for yourself, you'll find an affiliate link down in the description for a bit of a discount, which you won't find directly on their website. So that being said, what is a DBA? A DBA stands for doing business as. Sometimes it's called a trade name or a fictitious business name. It allows a business to operate under a name that is different from its legal name or the name of its owners. Say my friend, Violet Smith, wants to open a greenhouse called Violet's Greens instead of her personal name. That means she could register a DBA so that the business could be called Violet's Greens. So it would be Violet Smith doing business as Violet's Greens. DBAs let businesses operate under a name that helps their customers better understand what's being offered by the business. Now, this doesn't just work in the case of using a name different from your own. But let's say Violet starts an LLC as Violet's Greens. Well, in that case, she wouldn't need a DBA as long as she operates her business as Violet's Greens LLC. But maybe a few years down the road, Violet decides to start a butcher shop. Well, Violet's Greens wouldn't be a great name, but beyond that would confuse her customers of what she was selling. She could use a DBA to name her butcher shop, while still being able to use her existing business structure. Now, DBAs are solely used for naming purposes. They don't give their owners any legal protection, and a DBA isn't a business entity. If you need help with starting your own business entity, we offer a ton of videos to help you with just that, so be sure to check those out as well. The first step to register your DBA in Arizona is to make sure the business name you want is available. A good way to check this is by visiting the Arizona Secretary of State website for a business entity name search. A trip to the Federal Trademark and Patent Office wouldn't hurt either to make sure to cover all your bases. Or a Google search would work too. There are a few stipulations Arizona has when it comes to naming your business. For one, it can't have any words that would confuse the business with any type of financial institution, like bank, credit union, or trust. DBAs also can't include language like LLC or Corp. Once you have a name picked out, you can start your registration paperwork. On the application, you'll include the fictitious business name you'd like to use, the date of the application, what business entity you're claiming, like sole proprietorship, LLC, or C Corp, a brief description of what you plan to do or sell in the business, and of course, your contact information. The Arizona Secretary of State processes all DBA applications, and the application has to be submitted online. Once it's complete and submitted, it takes around 2 to 3 weeks for the approval to come through. You have to wait until you're cleared by the state to use the name. The cost of your application is $10, although if you are in a rush, you can expedite the process for $35 more. The DBA is good for 5 years. After that time, you'll have to renew the DBA. The cost to do that is $10 too. If you need to withdraw your DBA, you can do that at any time with no extra fees. Now, if doing all of this on your own sounds intimidating or simply takes more time than you care to spend, there is another option. In my opinion, I would rather spend that time doing something else. That's why I chose a formation service like LegalZoom to go through this process for me. So personally, I see LegalZoom as one of the best business formation services out there, especially for beginners, because they take care of all the legwork for you. Don't get me wrong, there are other great services that I also tried, like Zen Business, Swift Filings, and Tailor Brands. So I'll go ahead and leave some review videos down in the description if you want to learn more about them too. Now, before we get further along, let me tell you more about LegalZoom. Their company began with a mission to make legal help accessible to everyone. Starting their business with 10 online services running from estate planning to business formation, their business has since expanded to now include personalized legal advice and expert tax services. Now they offer a one-stop shop for LLCs, corporations, nonprofits, DBAs, and you don't have to be a business owner to benefit from their services. They can even help with personal services like wills, deed transfers, and power of attorneys. So that being said, let's go through the process of registering a DBA with LegalZoom. The whole application is 4 steps and takes about 5 minutes. The first step is to select the state and county you're registering in and your business entity, like sole proprietorship, LLC, C Corp. You get the picture. The next step is to enter the business name you've picked out. Then you'll go through the drop-down menu of different business categories. Choose what best sounds like your business. If none of them fit, there is an other option where you can type in your own. On the next screen, LegalZoom will offer to take care of any business licenses and permits for you. Depending on what you do in your business, that may be a good idea, so it's definitely worth considering, but of course, there's no obligation to take that service. Finally, there are 2 plans LegalZoom offers to get the job of filing your DBA done. There is their standard plan that gets your DBA filed, and then there is a premium option that also includes help from a business attorney specializing in business law for up to 30 days. Finally, in the last step, you'll go through checkout, and the application will make its way for processing. How long processing takes will depend on Arizona. So, you see, the process doesn't have to be lengthy. It can be quick and efficient, taking about as much time as making a cup of coffee. So, just as a recap, here today we went over both ways to register a DBA in Arizona. The DIY route, where you take care of it all, or having LegalZoom do everything for you. At the end of the day, LegalZoom is a great option for registering your DBA. The process is fast and user-friendly, and their services aren't limited to DBAs. They can help form your LLC, corporation, or nonprofit too, as well as work with you after forming your business so you can be sure your business is protected and meeting all its requirements. They truly offer a valuable one-stop shopping experience that offers you more support and guidance in starting your business than you would doing it on your own. And to me, that's priceless. And that's going to be it for today. I really hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, hit the like button and subscribe for more. And like I mentioned before, if you want to try LegalZoom out, check out the link in the description to get that discount you wouldn't be able to get if you went straight to their website. Also, feel free to leave any questions in the comments below, and I'll do my best to try and answer them as quickly as I can. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.